30 degrees below zero. That is what the wind chill is hitting right now across New England. Over 100 million Americans are under extreme cold warnings at this very moment. This is the coldest air of the entire 2025 to 2026 winter season, and here is what nobody else is telling you. In the next few minutes, I am going to give you the exact hour-by-hour breakdown of when this Arctic blast peaks, when it finally eases, and what the long-range models are showing that could change everything for the rest of February. Not vague information. Exact times for your city. But first, quick favor. Drop your location in the comments right now. Tell me where you are watching from, and I will personally update you on what to expect in your area. Thousands of people are already doing this. Your neighbors are getting critical information. Do not miss out. Now let me tell you why this is different from anything we have seen this winter. New York City dropped to 9 degrees Fahrenheit Saturday evening. By Sunday morning, 2 to 3 degrees. Wind gusts are ripping through at 40 to 60 miles per hour. That combination creates wind chills of -15 to -20 degrees in the city. In the interior of New England, we are talking -30 degrees. Western Massachusetts, the Poconos, parts of Vermont, -30. At those temperatures, exposed skin develops frostbite in 15 to 30 minutes. This is not hype. This is not exaggeration. This is life-threatening cold. The National Weather Service is using words like dangerous and historic. But here is the terrifying part. This Arctic blast comes after 2 weeks of devastation that has already claimed more than 100 lives. Let me explain why this is happening. A stratospheric warming event has caused what meteorologists call a polar vortex collapse. The polar vortex has literally split apart and is sending its frigid air directly into the eastern United States. This is why we have been locked into this brutal cold pattern for weeks, and it is not going away anytime soon. The polar vortex disruption will keep cold air surging into the east through mid-February. But here is what makes this complicated. Look at the middle of the country. While we are freezing in the east, temperatures in the plains are surging 40 degrees above normal. Topeka, Kansas could be 42 degrees above average. Des Moines is looking at 70 degrees on Monday. The average high there this time of year is 32. That is nearly double normal temperatures. This dramatic clash between Arctic cold and record warmth is setting the stage for something else, something that could be even more dangerous. But I will get to that in a moment. Drop your city in the comments right now. I need to know where you are. Are you in the cold zone or the warm zone? Tell me, and I will give you specifics. Here is your critical timeline. Right now, Saturday, February 7th, temperatures across the Northeast are in single digits. New York City is at 9 degrees. Tonight into Sunday morning, this is when it gets dangerous. Surface temperatures drop below zero without the wind chill. With winds gusting 40 to 60 miles per hour, wind chills plunge to -20 to -30 degrees across the region. Sunday morning, February 8th, record low temperatures are possible in the mid-Atlantic. Highs on Sunday will run 20 to 30 degrees below normal. Sunday afternoon through Monday, extreme cold warnings remain in effect for New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, Massachusetts, Pennsylvania, Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine, Virginia, and North Carolina. Wind chill advisories extend from Ohio all the way to the Carolinas. But here is the pattern flip. By Monday, that warmth from the plains starts spreading east. Des Moines hits 70 degrees. By Wednesday, February 11th, isolated showers possible from Dallas to Nashville as warm, unstable air clashes with the retreating cold. And then around Valentine's Day, Saturday, February 14th, a big-time low-pressure system sweeps over the Rockies. This is showing signals for a major storm. Severe weather potential on the southeast side. Heavy snow potential on the north side. This is what we are tracking closely. Now I need you to understand what just happened over the past 2 weeks. Because what you are experiencing right now, this brutal cold, comes on the heels of one of the deadliest winter weather events in decades. Winter Storm Fern hit January 23rd through 27th. 100 deaths. Let that sink in. 100 people lost their lives. 29 in Tennessee alone. 28 in Mississippi. 9 in Louisiana. 6 in Texas, including 3 young brothers, ages 6, 8, and 9, who fell through ice in Bonham. They were just playing outside. The ice gave way. All 3 were gone. In Nashville, elderly residents were found in their freezing homes. No heat, no power for nearly a week. Temperatures inside some homes dropped into the 30s. In Mississippi, 438 homes were damaged or destroyed. 30 businesses, 23 farms, 51 counties reported damage. People waited in lines at 49 warming centers just trying to survive. This is what happens when winter turns deadly. And just as communities were recovering, Winter Storm Gianna hit 5 days later. A bomb cyclone. Pressure dropped 24 millibars in 24 hours. Hurricane-force winds exceeding 65 miles per hour on the Outer Banks. 100-vehicle pileup on Interstate 85 near Kannapolis, North Carolina. The National Guard had to be deployed. 22.5 inches of snow in the North Carolina mountains. A beach home on the Outer Banks literally collapsed into the ocean. The 28th home lost since 2020. If you are just joining, comment your location below right now so I can update you on what is coming to your area. This is not just extreme cold. We are looking at simultaneous infrastructure collapse, transportation chaos, and a power grid under extreme stress. All happening at once. Over 1 million customers lost power at the peak of Winter Storm Fern. Nashville alone had 60,000 customers without electricity for nearly a week. In Mississippi, nearly 300,000 customers were in the dark. 17,000 flights were canceled during the storm period. Ohio Highway Patrol responded to 2,700 crash incidents. North Carolina reported over 750 crashes in a single day. Interstate 85 was closed. Roads remained impassable for days. Boston received 23.2 inches of snow. Toronto broke its all-time snowfall record with 22 inches. Charlotte got 11 inches, their 4th highest on record. The economic damage is staggering. $8 to $15 billion in estimated insured losses. This could rank among the top 10 costliest winter storms in American history. Bank of America estimates the storms could reduce first-quarter GDP growth by 0.5 point to 1.5 points. But here is the question nobody is asking. Were people warned in time? Did the systems work? Emergency response was massive. In New York City right now, 10 schools are open as warming centers. 62 warming buses are deployed across the city. A 106-bed shelter has been opened. Code Blue is in effect until further notice. In South Carolina during the storms, 3,000 Department of Transportation personnel were deployed. 350 National Guard members activated. 9 general population shelters opened. In Mississippi, FEMA is involved. President Trump approved a major disaster declaration request, but response came after the damage was done. Governor Lee in Tennessee has been criticized over Nashville Electric Service's handling of the outages. Some communities went nearly a week without power in below-freezing temperatures. 20 major roads and 63 minor roads in Mississippi alone needed repair. The question is not whether responders worked hard, they did. The question is whether we are prepared for what is becoming the new normal. Because here is the thing. This is not the end. This is just the beginning of an active pattern. The polar vortex collapse is confirmed. This means the cold pattern is locked in through mid-February. But that warmth surging into the plains is creating a battleground. When Arctic air meets record warm air, storms develop. The models are showing several rounds of severe weather, heavy rain, flash flooding, and snow over the next several weeks. Around Valentine's Day, there is a big storm signal. Could bring severe weather to the southeast and heavy snow to the north simultaneously. Late February, the GFS model shows potential for another cold pattern to lock in. The pattern we are in now supports continued active weather well into February and potentially early March. Another potential major storm around Valentine's Day. The pattern supports it. I will monitor closely and have a full forecast video breaking down the extended outlook. But right now, tonight, the focus is survival. If you are in the extreme cold zone, this is not weather to take lightly. Let me give you the numbers one more time. Over 100 million Americans under extreme cold warnings right now. Wind chills to -30 degrees in New England. Over 100 storm-related deaths in the past 2 weeks. Over 1 million customers lost power. 17,000 flights canceled. $8 to $15 billion in estimated damage. 21 states declared states of emergency. This is historic. This is unprecedented. And the pattern is not done with us yet. Comment your city and state below right now. I will personally give you the exact forecast for your location. And if you found this information valuable, you know what to do. Stay warm, stay safe, check on your elderly neighbors. Never run a generator indoors. And if you do not need to drive, stay home. You have been warned. You have the information. What you do with it is up to you. What is the coldest temperature you have seen where you live this winter? Drop that in the comments too. I want to hear from you.